Hey everyone, Erod here with my latest haul video. It's about 2 weeks worth of stuff that I'm going to show you guys. But I'm going to start it off with, I went to the flea market this morning, bright and early. I usually hit this place every once in a while. And sometimes I find some good stuff there, so I just wanted to share with you. First thing I did find there was this, it's a collection, it collects all 4 issues of Marvels by Kurt Busiek and Alex Ross. And if you've never seen it, the artwork on this is just gorgeous. Usually when I go to these flea markets, I'll hit it. I'll go through all the aisles, and then I'll return and go back again just in case. Because I usually get there when it opens. I'll go back again just in case some vendors showed up a little later on and haven't put out all their merchandise or whatever it may be. Sure shit. This vendor here did not have merchandise out when I first got there. He had just been parking. I walked by and he had boxes and boxes of graphic novels. So I started looking through them, and then he explained to me that most of them were either in Korean, Chinese, or Japanese. They were from, abroad. And then we started talking a little bit, and I asked him if he had any of them in English. He showed me this. So for $3, I took that. Turns out that he retired a couple years back and is now buying storage lockers, and this was one of his finds in a storage locker. But he was gracious enough to say, you know what, let me take a look in the back of the car. I think I have one that might have some more stuff in there. And sure shit, came out with a box, gave me a really good deal on a couple of books. I'll show you these right now. And these are all the hardcover versions of Marvel Zombies, and just beautiful. And gave these to me for $5 a piece. So this is a $25 book, I believe it is. I'm sorry, it's a $29 book, but $5, I'll take that every day of the week. Also forgot Marvel Zombies number 2. Again, these are in immaculate condition. Marvel Zombies number 3. Really, really nice. Love the way they did Machine Man on that. And the last one is Marvel Zombies number 4. Just really nice. Sudan did some amazing artwork on this. If you watch some of the other videos I post, Amazing Murphinator hooked me up with the signature on a Wolverine, but he had gotten a couple of these books signed. And Robert Kirkman did the first one. So I've never read it before. Looking forward to reading it. That's why I picked these up. Just a nice find and dirt cheap. And the best part about it is that he told me that in this bin there were a whole bunch of comics, but he's not a comic guy, so he doesn't know how to really price them. So he's going to send me some pictures, and then we'll have a little further discussion on what he wants to do. He wants to research the books a little bit, so I'm hoping I can find a diamond in the rough there somewhere. And the last thing I found at the flea market, and it's just something I need for the collection, was this. And that's X-Men number 4, the Marvel Legends action figure variant. This was included inside the Marvel Legends figures. I don't know which figure it was included in. If anybody knows, hit me up with a comment and let me know. I'd like to know. But very nice, really nice copy of this. So scooped it up. I needed it. I'm a completionist when it comes to the X-Men, so I want to finish everything off if I can. Next few books I'm going to show you, they're books from my LCS. Got Extraordinary X-Men number 19, and that's the Ben Caldwell's 1 in 25 variant. Nice picture of Magic and Black Bolt. Just Magic is super hot right now. Anything with her is just flying through the roof. So again, I collect all X-Men variants if I can. Whatever I can get at cost or below cost, I'll always scoop them up. Talking about at cost or below cost, I did buy the I said I wasn't gonna, but the J. Scott Campbell Gold variants for the X-Men coming up. He did 3 covers, and they're just spectacular. I had to pick them up, just couldn't pass it up. Another find at my LCS, this was on my pull, is Spider-Gwen number 18, the Venomized cover, and that's done by Sophie Campbell. I like this. When I first saw it in Midtown's previews, I wasn't sure. Up close though, a lot better than I thought it was. So definitely take it. Everybody's seen this one. I mean, that is just amazing. But all new Wolverine number 18, the Matina variant. And Matina right now, for those of you who don't know, is just becoming a super hard artist. He's the next Delato. His books are starting to pick up. He's being appreciated now. People are seeing his work. He's actually got a couple of variants coming out now. He's got an amazing Wolverine zombified one, and he's got Marvel's gonna do a Mary Jane Watson variants, a bunch of variants on Mary Jane Watson. His is amazing. So must find, must pick up. You know, I think you could pick those up and start looking at them on previews next month. Old Man Logan, and this is Gustavo Duarte. Kind of looks a little bit like Scotty Youngish type of artwork, but you know, I collect all the Old Man Logan, another series that I really like. And rip-off book of the month is Amazing Spider-Man number 25. $10 for this book. I got it, you know, just because I really wanted to complete this series, and I was trying to do the Venomized covers. But the story's good, and there was a backstory is good, but there's two stories in there that weren't even necessary in this book. It's just, I mean, way too much for a book. One of the best variants out of this whole series has been this one. I really like this one. Humberto Ramos did the Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows Venomized variant for issue number 5. I like the way that came out a lot. He did a really good job on it. And Stephanie Hans kills it all the time. Her rendition for the Venomized covers for Gamora number 4 is beautiful. Another artist who's, you know, does classic work. And then the last thing I picked up with my pull that day, I got this, and that was Amazing Spider-Man number 25, and that's the Stewart Emonin. I think it's the 1 in 50 variant there on this. So a 1 in 50. I mean, it presents really well. Nice job on the cover. I took it. You know, it might be a flip book for me. The next day, maybe 2 or 3 days later, I was at my LCS, and what it is they do a for the month of March, all back issues, depending on how many you bought, you can get reductions. So it started off at, I believe it's like 20. For 5 books, it was like 25% off, and then 10 books, it was 30% off, and so on and so on. Or yeah, I believe that's what it was. So I got all of these books that I'm going to show you. I picked up 15 books, came out to $2 a piece. They're picked up basically for the covers, and you know, I like to contribute to my LCS, and nice books. I never saw this before. This is Submariner number 1 of 6 of a limited series, done by the great Michael Turner. You know, just a great cover there. Michael Turner, completionist. Book that I didn't have in my collection. This is the Jay Lee second print variant for Namor the First Mutant. Jay Lee is another artist, just does phenomenal work. Bought this for nothing more than the cover. That's a Sensational Comics. I believe this is a Jenny Friesen cover. Sensational Comics featuring Wonder Woman. Just beautiful. Character who's picking up a lot of steam, just because her name was inscribed in a mailbox. For those of you who saw the preview on the Logan movie, but Hope Summers, who I've been a fan of forever, and that's a great storyline. She was part of the whole Cable run, and this is a great rendition of her by Marko Djurjevic, and this is Cable number 21. Also picked up this one here, and that's number 23, and that's another Djurjevic cover. There's another cover that's the best one to get. I believe it's either 22 or 20. It's a really nice Hope Summer cover. Pick this up. Nice Magic cover. New Mutants number 17. Also another Djurjevic cover. New Mutants number 25. This is a gatefold cover, so happy to use it. I'll show you the back there. Came out really nice, and those are those clear backing boards that I told you about. So for gatefolds like this, not a bad idea. Just bear with me. Phil Noto, another one of my favorite artists. Astonishing X-Men, number 59, picture of North Star, and number 57. Really nice artwork. This was in the pile there, and I couldn't believe that was still sitting there. It's X-Force number 1, it's the Bloody Claw variant. Picked up this one, that's X-Force number 2, because it's got X-23 just tearing it up. These were all sitting in there also. Now, I'm surprised these were all in there. Delato's covers on this are amazing. It's X-Force Sex and Violence. It was a 3-part miniseries. They had book 2, and book 3. There's also a variant that's amazing. Unfortunately, I wasn't there. But nice Delato work. X Infernus, another Magic cover there. Dave Finch did a great job there. And then the last one I picked up there, so I picked up 15 books from them at $2 a piece, was X Infernus number 4. It's a variant edition. The cover artist escapes my mind at this point. Hit another shop by my house and did really well. These books were all $3 a piece, and picked up some Adam Hughes goodness there. Wonder Woman 177, I didn't have that issue. 186, love that. I try and pick, if they're in really great shape, near mint, you know, I'll take the black covers every day, because those books down the line are always the harder ones to get. Anything, you know, with black shows up, the ticks show up really bad. Got this one, which I really love the way he did the whole spectrum with the lasso and everything. Oops, almost had a malfunction there. But, and then the last one of the Adam Hughes, just a gorgeous cover, is that one there, 189. So all of these were $3 a piece. So it is there. I think it's like my 4th copy, but every time I see this, I just love that cover. Every time I see that book, I have to pick it up, you know. Picked up New X-Men number 134, first appearance of Quentin Quire, and picked this up, Ultimate X. This is the 2nd print, and if you guys have been following all of the marketing and eBay and everything else, this book, out of nowhere, which was a bin find, a dollar find, and the variants were $2 to $5, has just flown through the roof. Look it up on eBay if you want. Look on the sold sales and what the people are selling them. It's astronomical. 2nd printing selling for about $10 to $15. I got this for $3. But they're I think it's Arthur Adams did 2 variants. He did a bone claw variant and a steel claw variant, and they go for like $150 now. And it's all because of a little speculation rumor that started off on Bleeding Cool. Marvel released some photos of some future X-Men stuff that's going to be done, and they're bringing back a certain character, and you see what appears to be Wolverine with his claws exposed, but his head is blurred out. Some experts on Bleeding Cool said that you can see the blonde hair, which would make it Logan's this version of Logan. And the books just started flying through the roof. So lucky to find this for $3. I'll take it. This was in the bins there also for $3, and that's X-Men 205, first appearance of Hope Summers. So if you haven't read that storyline, that's a really good storyline to pick up and read. Couldn't believe this was there though. This is the book that I was super happy to get. Sword of Braddock. Just a beautiful cover. $20 book, $25 book on any given day. $3 sitting in the bin. I guess they didn't know what they had there. Sword of Braddock number 1. So happy to get that. A book I haven't seen too often, but Ryan Sook did a gorgeous cover for all new Wolverine #4, and as we all know, all the Wolverine variants are just flying through the roof. This is a book with a lot of potential. Really nice near mint copy. Paid $20 for this with shipping on eBay. And then the last 2 books I'll show you. I'll go like this. We'll put this up. This is Batman 32, the San Diego Comic-Con variant. And yes, it is now signed by Scott Snyder. So Midtown Comics was, most people know what Midtown Comics is. We'll have major artists there. Sometimes they'll have lowercase artists, but sometimes they'll have guys like Snyder. They've had Frank Miller. When they have these artists, they'll do a raffle. You'll have to either tweet something out, a link that they give you, or on Facebook, or whatever it is, and you enter it in the raffle. They usually pick like 100, 150 people, and you're allowed 3 items to be signed. So Scott Snyder was there, and if you haven't met Scott Snyder, he is just super awesome. The guy is as fan-friendly as it gets. He is the ultimate ambassador for comics. And it was funny because I got selected, and I was talking to my fellow New York Warriors, and Jeff Johnson, the mayor, he got selected also, and Manny NYC was going to be there also. So we all hooked up and just hung out and had a great time, laughing, talking, and got Snyder to sign this for me. Having a conversation with him, and I asked him if he had anything else that he was going to be coming out. What was coming up in the works? Was he going to be working with Capullo? And he says, actually, he's got a whole thing coming out with Capullo. I won't reveal it, but showed me and Jeff pictures that Capullo had sent him, some rough draft sketches for the book, and it looked amazing. There was just pictures of Batman. But just to be seeing some unreleased photos, and this guy just having taken the time out to show it to just a couple of fanboys, was awesome. He was great, and I had to get him to sign my Batman #1, New 52. I'm going to go for Capullo, who's going to be doing a show out here, probably in like May, and then that's going out to get encased and slabbed and all that goodness. Probably like a 9.0 copy. It's more for my collection than anything else. I love the whole Court of Owls run and everything that Snyder and Capullo did. I have nothing but respect for those guys. They did phenomenal work on this book. When you talk about big writers and everything in this modern age, Scott Snyder's got to be up there with everybody else that's, all the guys that you could think of. He's one of the heavies right now. But besides that, he's just a really nice guy. So anyway, that's my haul. I hope you guys liked it. If you have any comments, please leave a comment, and I'll, answer as quick as possible. Hit the like button if you like this video. Share it if you want to share it, and until my next video, peace.
Hey New York Warriors, I'm Scott Snyder. I'm here at Midtown. I just wanted to say hey and say thank you from Gotham for everything you do.